You gotta be fucking kidding me. I hit orientation and it started the live. God damn it. I fucking hate this app. I fucking hate it. Oh, you motherfucker.
That diabolical snooze button. You could be trading a
You
full day of
motherfucker.
So here's what I do. So there's my YouTube.
Yeah.
I go to YouTube. Shut down. Come back to home.
Oh yeah, I just saw you on your phone.
So
I'm not seeing that yet.
then I go down to subscriptions. That's all. So that's then I hit Moto Giant. Now it's live.
Should be live. We're live.
So this is taking
Vertical.
place of-
The way everybody likes to watch videos. Vertical. All the kids are watching vertical videos now.
That's gonna
Let's
be,
make all the adults watch vertical video.
Well, we're all squeezed in, so
That's fine. I backed the camera up.
so when I click on that, then it gives me the chat right down here. But it's different from the last time because I can't see all the chats now. It's only giving me the opportunity to chat, not to see what they're saying.
I need a laptop.
Yeah. The app sucks. The app sucks. YouTube, your app sucks. Both of them. Both of your apps suck. Your app sucks so bad. That's why everybody has to watch in vertical mode, because you try to change the orientation. It just says, no, you're going live. No, you're not changing the orientation. We don't like widescreen format. We like everybody watching in vertical. So apologies.
Oh, I can see it right here. I can see John Ward's on there. John Waddle's on.
Josh Little.
Oh, my glasses. Oh, looks the same to me.
Why aren't you wearing your glasses, Gary?
Because the sun will get me in my eyes.
Because the ladies? Because the ladies?
The ladies love them.
I can't see the chat. I can't chat.
Yeah.
This is totally different from what I normally see. That's what I don't understand. I've never seen this format.
Let me try and do it to this phone here.
I got it, man. Hang on a second.
You got it?
Chat?
Well,
Since we have electricity, I can use this guy.
here it is.
Thanks. This
Okay.
thing is rugged.
Well,
Maybe it's because that got changed. That's why it makes it different.
no, it didn't change. It fucking tells you this. You're gonna go vertical. I was like, no, I want to change it. I want to change the orientation. Oh, hit the orientation button. No, you're live, and you can't go back and unlive. Once you're live, you're rolling.
I'll do
It's an
the,
iPhone here.
Yeah.
That's Android.
Yeah.
Why don't you just come over to the dark side, man?
No, I've got to do the,
What's your phone, man?
what's it called? Airplane.
Yeah, you can chat. You just gotta
Yeah.
keep hitting it.
But that's not the way it normally shows up.
Yeah, they've changed everything.
Hotspot.
Oh my God, y'all! I'm sorry. So my phone's over there. I can't manage the chat, so I've asked these guys to help. Yeah. Let me see if I can answer some of these chats real quick with Gary's phone. John Ward, what's up, John? Josh, what's up? Hey, there's Gary. Bert, B-E-R-T, Glenn.
Bertrand.
Bertrand.
Oh, I got this.
You got it?
Yeah.
There you
on
go.
Had a
this-
great time with y'all in Louisiana. Dog tired. Yeah, man, that was a good weekend. Good to see you again, bro.
That's you.
Yes, yeah.
How's the CRF treating you, Bert? Ho ho, wanna go?
It's doing well.
Ho ho on the go has got his can of sardines. He's chilling by the fire. Or the John Haley still checking in from Australia. What's up, John? Apologize about the vertical format, but YouTube hates anything but vertical now. Why don't they just change their name to TikTok? Is what I'm asking. Just TikTok, YouTube, TikTok. We're gonna copy everything that TikTok does because the kids. Please, God, somebody come out with something that competes with YouTube. I appreciate Rumble trying really hard, but if y'all would go over to Rumble, if I could get half of my viewers to go over to Rumble, I would completely abandon YouTube. That's how bad I hate YouTube. Rumble loves their creators. They sent me an email and said, "How can we help you?" And I said, "Well, basically the same thing. It's like nobody watches my videos over there. Even less people watch my stuff on Rumble than YouTube. It's like I would love to go to you guys." Said, "Well, we see you put a few videos over there." I was like, "Yeah, I put a lot of videos over there. Not all of them because it's kind of a pain in the ass the way I upload." And they were like, "Well, can we help you? You mind if we put about 10 of your videos?" "Yeah, go ahead." So they grabbed my YouTube videos and put them on Rumble. It's like, that's customer service. That's,
Yeah.
That's actually fighting for your creators. If you don't have your creators, it's kind of like going to a TV show, going to the TV producers, the guys that are making the stuff that they put on, and going, nah, fuck all you guys. Y'all are not important. We really are all about the viewers. We don't care about what your experience is and how you feel, and we're gonna do it our way. I think everybody would. Well, it's just ABC. When it comes to YouTube, it's ABC and YouTube. That's one thing. It's there. There's nothing else. It's like, okay, we've got this little local channel down here in Baja, Mexico, that's competing with them. I'm sorry, I'm not so positive tonight. It's just so very fucking frustrating when they just makes everything so difficult. But otherwise, we're having a great day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
it's turned out
Sun's
to be-
finally coming out. As the sun's going down, the sun's finally coming at the Texas Ranch for Wayward Bikers, also known as Gary's Place. That's Gary. What else is going on? We're sitting here in limbo because I just got a new tire in. Was that yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Got the tire in yesterday. Going to change that. Gary's got some stuff going on with his bike, so he's going to have to take it to the dealership next week. So we're just kind of sitting here chilling at the ranch. And they're going to set the ranch on fire tomorrow, so we're probably moving down the road about a mile and a half where it's not going to be filled with smoke. And then after that, sometime after that, we're headed west. Is Three Sisters west or is that northwest?
It's southwest
Southwest.
from here. We have to go from here down toward like Fredericksburg, and then southwest of Fredericksburg towards Medina, Bandera.
Okay. I'm starting to feel like Big Ben might be out of reach. People, trees, maybe it's just a bad time of year. I don't even know. I'm just starting to have a bad feeling about that. But I know one thing about Three Sisters. I know we can find a place to camp there. And then what else were we going to do? Granite Mountain is east of here, isn't it? Gary?
Oh, I'm sorry, right?
Granite Mountain is east of here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably out then. Yeah, so we're probably going to move tomorrow. I might mount that tire, and then I don't know, while you guys are burning the ranch down, and we'll go do some exploring. Go up to Whitney.
You could do the Whitney Loop, go across
Yeah.
the bridge, go across the bridge.
Yeah.
It's called the Katy Bridge.
Yep. Gary had a question for all you guys that are thinking about wandering. Gary?
Just what are your current plans for riding in the coming weeks or months? Any specific plans, or is it just weekend trips? Any long term plans? Anything more than a month?
Is anybody out there that has more than a weekend planned? I guess we kind of want to know about the weekend stuff. I'm interested. I mean, you got to start somewhere. If you can't do 2 weeks on a bike, you can do a weekend. You can do an overnight. I think that's probably we should talk about that more because you're starting
Like
from
we did. Camp in the backyard.
yeah. Backyard. Yeah,
Well, that was to test my gear.
Yeah, but it's still
Yeah.
still camping.
Yeah.
You can feel better if you put the bike in the backyard with you.
I was gonna run it up on the back porch.
well,
That way you can say, "Yeah, I rode in. I took everything off."
But-
You practice taking it off the bike and everything.
but seriously, you don't know that all your crap is going to go under your bike until you do it. So, camping in your backyard is a good way to test your gear, but you're not going to know if you're ready for a trip until you go down the street, even if it's 100 yards. Pack up your shit, go to the local park, go to the state park, go to the thing that you like to hang out at. Pack up all your shit, and it may take you 3 days. You may pack. I was like, okay, I'm leaving Saturday morning because I get off work at Friday night. I'm gonna go pack some of my stuff Friday night. I'm gonna pack the rest of it Saturday morning, and then like Sunday evening, you're still packing. And like, okay, well, I pissed away my weekend because I thought, and you just don't know. It's like, oh, I don't have. Like, I left the house without straps. I didn't have enough straps that I needed, so got those on the way. And not much of my gear fell off on the way.
Jim says he's going to be riding and camping in the Canadian Atlantic province for 60 to 80 days, including leading a group for 2 weeks in Newfoundland.
Yeah, Jim, I just
job.
heard about your
That sounds great.
tour. I'm kind of jealous, man. I kind of wish we were up in Canada. I would love to take a tour with you. Maybe that should be a standard spring thing. Maybe I don't know, because I'd come up for I don't know if I'd come up in March. It's a little early, but it'd be cool to come up and have a tour guide take us around, especially somebody that we know that can actually get out and go far and not have to worry about. Okay, tour guide means, hey, here's the map. See you guys over here at the end. That'd be cool, I think, because I know this much about Newfoundland. So at least, no, I know this much, and that everything I've learned is from you, dude.
Yeah, Jim says bring skis in March.
Yeah. Yeah.
Josh is hanging out till August and a couple of weeks in Sturgis.
Yep. Well,
as are several 100,000 other people.
250,000 people.
Yep, they save every vacation day for that.
Yeah,
For that 10 days in Sturgis.
you gotta go ride there or trailer there. You gotta trailer your bike to Sturgis so you can pull it out and show everybody that you're a bad motorcycle guy. It's so sad because there's so much more fun stuff to do. But I mean, I did my thing. You've probably done a few rallies too, Gary.
Yeah.
And then you get to the point where it's like strip clubs. You've seen enough naked chicks that you know that I don't know, maybe every once in a while you want to stick your dick in one. It's like, when is strip clubs, when is that enough? And is that really when you want to spend your money throwing your money at women you can't even touch? That is Sturgis. That's every motorcycle rally. It's like, I want to live the dream. So I go to the strip club and throw $200 at some naked women that I can't touch. I can't play with your titties.
John Ward says his local group is looking at a trip in August to Colorado, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Hotel types. Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, John.
John, come hang out with us, man. We should be. When is this?
It says probably in August.
August is good. Yeah.
He said I'll probably do a weekend trip or two. Worky too muchy. Yeah,
Yeah.
we know that.
Well, find us in Colorado in August. We'll have a good campsite, man. You just roll in, and we'll have some trees saved for you. Or no, he's a tent camper, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
We got to fix that. Although Kansas doesn't have any many trees, that's what I remember. It's like a lot of cornfields, not a lot of trees. So I get that. Bert, you want to give us an update on how your bike's doing?
The bike is doing fine. It's fun to be someplace where we're stopped for a couple days because then I can unload it when we go run around and tour the area. I don't have to worry about winds or really just wind. Wind is the main thing, and it works. It works really well if I keep it in the power band, which seems to be between 6,000 and 8,000. If I get below 6,000, it turns into a slug. It does. If I get like 60 at 6,000, if the wind blows, it drops down to about 54, 56. And then it's got to scream out of fifth gear back into sixth. And then if the wind's still blowing, it's just a battle. But other than that, it'll run 70, 72 with no problem.
You seem to be having a lot of fun on it, except when there's hills or wind.
Oh, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I definitely am glad. I mean, it doesn't have the power of the bigger bikes, but it's definitely fun for not having now 2,000 miles on it on a bike to be able to manage the weight of it. Well, I dropped it right here at Gary's house. Second time.
Well, the video that everybody saw the other day was kind of a play on $1 Million Bogans. Can a Harley make it? Whatever. Yeah, we know the bike's going to make it. Just is he going to be as happy with the bike as he is now when we get there, or when we get to California, or when we turn around? At some point, is he going to go, man, I need a bike. I need a big freaking Harley.
No. I'm confident that we'll get to something where you guys are like, oh, these bikes are kind of big, and I'll just
That's
going
gonna
to be like,
yeah. Once you're unloaded, I don't have any doubt about that.
Raymond, do you guys ride the Trail of Tears? I'm
No.
new to the channel and haven't heard you say anything about it.
No, I've done it once. That was enough. Ridiculous amounts of bikers I'm just not really fond of. That's not my thing. But go have fun. Don't let me stop you. I think everybody needs to see it. I would warn people about riding with a bunch of people that. Anytime you ride with somebody that rides 500 miles a year, you got to be worried about their skill level, their attention span, and what you'll see on the Trail of Tears is people sitting on the side of the road waving at bikers, and what are the bikers going to do? They're going to wave back, and they're looking at people waving at them, and they're not looking at the people in front of them. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen, and lots of people get hurt every year because it's an event. It's whatever. It's a social event. It's a bike night for 90,000 bikers, and it's a rolling bike night for 90,000 bikers with some stops along the way. I would say go watch it. Go watch it from the side of the road. If you feel inspired, get in line. Just be aware that it's kind of pretty freaking dangerous for what it is. I don't like riding with people I don't know. And that's kind of the way I've been for the last decade at least. With some exceptions, First time we rode together, it was me and you and one other guy, right? Or no, it was me and you.
it was me and you going to
Luke's house, and we picked up, and quickly I was like, okay, this guy's paying attention. He's lucid. He's not a complete, and this is his first bike, so it's not the fact that it's low skilled people that I'm afraid of. It's low skilled people that have other agendas other than riding there safely and getting home safely, and a lot of them are they're freaking whatever. Drinking on the way, drinking there, getting high. I mean, it's a whole mix of people that they're riding bumper to bumper or tire to tire, and it's just kind of I wish you luck if that's what you want to do, but this is probably the last time you'll hear me talking about it, unless somebody else asks me.
Let me see here.
Big biker events, I'm not a fan of.
Asking about the leg, if
Yeah.
it's doing well.
Yeah. Tyler wants
Tyler.
to know, is the new leg proving to be comfortable or a pain
Oh yeah.
over the long distances?
Magic. My new stump or my new socket is freaking amazing. I have a little bit of pain every other day. It's a little bit of getting used to, but it's the morning prep, the evening prep is night and day. I can walk around this. I think I could probably get 3 or 4 miles a day out of this. I want to at some point. I want to try it, but it's gonna have to be a short track. So when my leg gives out, I go, oh, where's my where can I lay down and take this damn thing off and let it rest a little bit? But yeah, it's fantastic. Very excited about my new leg.
Cameron's texting me and he says he sucks at riding and you would like ride with him because he likes hitting deer.
Who?
Cameron. He's texting me. He's watching the live from Columbus.
Who likes hitting deer? You like hitting deer.
Cameron hit a deer last summer.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's your riding buddy. Okay, yeah. I wasn't putting that together.
I know.
Ho Ho and the Goat says he's going to send Don the. Did y'all talk about this in?
Class?
No, when we were in Louisiana. Somebody was telling me about from Bella. It's a kit that goes on your bike.
Oh, yeah. Somebody sent me the link.
What is it?
The upgraded piston and head and jug and all for the bike.
I don't remember who's telling us that.
So make your 300 into a 400, basically.
No, it's to make a 298 into like a 301.
Why?
But it gives 10% more horsepower. It's a small engine, so it doesn't take much to get more. But it's $1,900.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Stop playing the game. Don't play the game. Do not play the game of let me squeeze 3 more horsepower out of giving the man $3,000. It's the same game that the Harley guys play. I gotta do a stage 2, gotta do a stage 3,
I should take him for a ride in the Volkswagen.
Well, that's completely different. That's
No,
a
it's a
whole
small
nother
engine.
No, it's a whole nother engine.
Yeah, well,
I mean, if you're gonna get serious, if you're a racing guy, it's a completely different story. Either get the bike that you want, or
yeah.
or constantly compete with your friends to see who can have more horsepower, who can go 0 to 60 in 8 seconds instead of 7 or 6 or whatever. It's
Okay,
like,
Rusty sent me the information, and he's a distinguished gentleman, so we should just move on to a new topic.
does Rusty have a CRF 300?
No, but he's a distinguished gentleman.
Yeah, but he's
Mhm.
man, his tramp stamp hasn't even worn off yet.
Hopefully, he has clean socks. Come back out and see us, bud.
Rusty, man, you got to come see
Get an
us,
extra
bro.
pair of socks. Come on out.
Oh my God, that's never happened before. Never in the history of Distinguished Gentlemen have we inducted somebody into the club.
And they leave.
Well, not just that, but I mean, what have we known him? 24 hours, and he gets to be a club member. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe
They
if
have
we
to
don't see,
revoke his membership.
look, if we don't see Rusty again and share Pinkies Up Gin and Tonics again this year, I'm thinking we should revoke his membership because maybe he's not really worth it. Maybe he just worked his way into our hearts with his wonderful stories, his tales of El Dorado and cities of gold. Rusty, that's a threat. It's a mild threat, but it's a threat. If you don't make an effort to come hang out with us again this year, we're considering a revocation of your membership.
And all dues will be forfeited.
All dues will be forfeited. Oh, what else?
I got a question.
Yeah.
So, as a new rider, I'm incredibly frustrated by the whole motorcycle wave. Like,
That's good.
it drives me nuts. Do you guys like the wave? Like, I didn't get into riding motorcycles to wave at everybody every chance I get.
That's a good one.
I don't like it, especially if you're going around a corner and somebody's going around a corner and they want to still wave in a corner.
No. So
I'm not into the wave.
So I'll tell you the protocol for in corners. If you're in a corner and somebody's coming through the corner, they're supposed to reach out and you're supposed to reach out and slap high five That's protocol, man. If any fingers come out, it's 5. Oh.
So in my disgust for the wave,
He's not pulling any punches.
I've given up on the. I'll wave every now and then, especially if I'm in the back and these guys wave.
Yeah. You're the asshole that's not friendly.
Yeah,
You're that
I'll
other
wave.
biker.
I'll wave. But if I'm leaving and
Yeah.
somebody comes up, I've just started with the "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah. That's classic. Yeah, if you don't know what to do, act like you're freaking retarded Forrest Gump and go, "Hey, I'm on a biker too."
I saw you do that the other day. It was funny. I started doing it.
Just think. If you start a trend, we're going to pass thousands of bikers on the way to California. If you just go like this and go nuts, and they pass it on to the next guy, just think about that. Think about the effect that you can have. Just have fun with it, dude. If you're not having fun throwing some fingers or hands out,
We'll leave the 2 fingers down to the Harley riders.
Yeah.
Everybody else will be excited to see another rider.
Well, we went into town the other day at the Vagabond, and there was 20, 25 all black, shiny Harleys passing
and they were all giving you the finger.
None of them waved.
Well, they're serious. That was a club.
Yeah.
They're serious. They're very serious. Clubs are very serious. They can't be found not being serious. And they're on a mission. They're not about having fun on a motorcycle. They're about presenting a facade for everyone to see. And they want people talking about those guys that came through. There's 20 of them. Oh man, they have loud motorcycles. They were all shiny.
Sturgis is the only place that I know of where the wave is put on hold for 10 days.
Yeah, because you would never be able to.
No. Watch. You'll see a bunch of guys doing this. Everybody. 50 fucking.
He's been to Sturgis once.
I've been many times, just to the rally once.
He interviewed Fuller though.
And he hates it.
Yeah.
He keeps going back from time to time.
Yeah.
Going back to see if it's ever changed. See if it's ever going to change.
Now, we talked about getting a mannequin hand.
Yeah.
Attaching a mannequin hand to the bike.
Yeah.
And just letting that fly.
Yeah, that's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
Raymond wants to know, have you guys heard when the new CF rally will be here in the Southeast?
CF rally? You talking about a motorcycle?
Maybe it's a CRF rally. Yeah, the new CRF rally will be.
Oh, that's a model. So like a 2025 or 2026 Honda CRF rally.
This is not the motorcycle news channel.
I don't know.
This is the motorcycle camping adventure channel. There's better places to find information. I'm thinking Revzilla.
That's the other thing I don't know is I've already experienced people will come up and start telling you what model bike. I don't know anything other than this Honda. And people will come and be like, oh, I had a da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I look at them and then they say something else. And then I'm still looking at them. And then they say, it was a Ducati. I'm like, okay.
Just shake your head.
I just shake my head. I don't know how to acknowledge. I'm like,
no speaking English.
Yeah.
I know Ducati, but I don't speak English.
There's so many manufacturers with so many models. Do you guys know all the different models?
I do.
You do?
All of them.
John Ward says Europe only.
Okay.
And John would know. He keeps up with stuff like that.
Yeah, there's lots of people more educated about what's going on in the manufacturing world. I don't buy new motorcycles. I bought one new motorcycle in my whole life, and it was a mistake. So I'm not the new motorcycle guy. I like keeping up a little bit with what's going on out there. And I'll tell you what, if you buy a new motorcycle and you want me to ride it for you and tell you what I think, absolutely.
Josh.
Absolutely. I'm down. Anybody who wants to buy a new motorcycle, invite the Moto Giant to ride it and tell you what my impressions are, I would love to do that. That would be a gig, man. I would love to do that. I mean, how the hell do these other guys ride? Like what's the guy? Who's the guy that does all the freaking Gary? Who's the guy that does all the reviews of all the motorcycles? Blonde hair, receding hairline, goatee. Big Rock Moto.
Yeah.
I think I've seen him do 50 freaking reviews. Where is he getting all these motorcycles from? Does the manufacturer go, hey, we're going to show up? Or is his friends? Or his viewers go, hey, come ride my motorcycle? I would love to do that. That would be great. I'll tell you what I think about all of them. or is it a test ride? Test rides it back to his house. I don't know. Keep him entertained, Bert. You're doing a great job.
Great job. All right, where you go?
I gotta go pee.
Oh,
I got 4 beers on board, and I'll come back and give you a review of the stout that I'm drinking.
oh, how it held it down. Oh, yeah.
Keep it going, Bert.
We have.
Next question, Bert. What's
The next question is, and I can ask from afar for this. When are we headed to Big Bend?
I'm thinking we shouldn't be doing Big
Don's thinking
Oh.
that we don't want to do Big Bend because he's afraid it might be hot in April.
Well, Z reported way too many people there. Do we have trees? My question is it going to be fun?
One way to find out,
There is, but it's pretty far south too. That's what I'm thinking.
you got to go past it to go to New Mexico, unless you want to go up north.
Well, talk me into it.
Well, as far as fun, I mean, we've been hanging out here in the rain all day in the last couple of days, and I mean, we're having fun now. Why wouldn't we have fun there?
Because the weather's still nice. That's my biggest fear is trying to. I mean, it's
What
it's
he's
my
simply
big.
saying is he wants to get to Colorado.
No.
Because he wants to make sure he's got a good camp spot when it gets warm, so he can be cool.
No, I want to get to the Sierras. Is what I want to do.
It's nice out here right now.
Oh,
we
it's
got the
great.
sun out. We got great light.
Up until next week, it looks great, and this is exactly what I was hoping for. It's like 80s, I can handle. 90s, not so much. I gotta roll, man. And not just that, it's gonna suck rolling through 90-something degree temperatures too. So,
Pansies, all of you.
well, some of us like cold. Some of us are pansies in the heat. Some of us are pansies in the cold.
I'm not a pansy in the cold.
Oh yes,
I'm a
you're
pussy in the cold.
You're a little bitch in the cold.
Definitely not a pansy in the cabin.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
shit.
Hell no. I'm not giving up a good bed.
Pansies.
Gary's got a nice spread here. It's nice. And there's a burger place. Like,
Burger Shack.
it was just a trailer, trailer behind a truck that he had a little restaurant in. Now he's got a brick and mortar spot, and it's delicious.
Crazy. So less than a mile from here is Laguna Park, and they've pretty much got everything you need. 2 Mexican restaurants or just one?
One Mexican restaurant, the burger joint.
Uh-huh.
Well, Lobo Cantina, I guess you could. They just basically sell tacos, though.
Okay.
So
2 liquor stores and a lot
stores.
2 convenience stores.
General.
And a
Dollar
Family
General.
Dollar and a Dollar General.
Yeah.
Everything a growing boy needs.
And the ice house.
Yeah.
We've been taking it. Well, today we took our gallon jugs that we had over there. 25 cents to fill a gallon.
Yep.
$1 for 5 gallons. And 16 pounds of ice for $2.50.
So we're broke, basically.
Yeah.
$4, almost $4. All you can drink water for the next 2 days. And enough ice to knock out
Gary's
some.
electricity keeps
Yeah,
the videos coming to
this
you.
is really rough. Yeah, do they have hookups in the park over there? I don't think they do.
Yeah,
Maybe at the bathroom.
maybe.
We got the hookup here.
Got the hookup here, except it's kind of slimy. It rained 12, 15 hours yesterday, and it's slimy. Just got to stay in the grass, stay out of the greasy mud. Gary's trying to convince me that the mud here on his property is worse than it was above Mancos, and we got into a little shouting match, but that was because I'd never ridden in his greasy, muddy property here. But yeah, it's pretty close to competing, I would say.
Mhm.
It fills up the treads of your tires pretty quickly. But I still don't think it's as greasy because it doesn't hold the same amount of water. It just really, he's got sticky soil here. But
The
it's
one and only Nicole wants to know what kind of shark ate your leg. It was a tiger.
a baby shark.
I thought it was a tiger.
It was a baby shark.
It was a tiger.
Baby shark. Boop, 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 boop. No, what is that?
I
What is
don't
it?
know that
You were
one.
trying to ride a tiger.
There's a tiger that ate my leg. There's a tiger shark
Tiger
that ate
shark.
if y'all are new to the stream and the channel, I lost my leg last May in a motorcycle crash. My sleeping bag came off the back of my motorcycle and got caught in the rear wheel, and I was doing 80 plus down the interstate, and it went threw me off the bike. Nobody knows where my foot went, but it didn't go with me. So we actually made it to the ER, what was left of it. And if anybody wants to see those pictures, yeah, I got to figure out how to do that. So I'm also toying with the idea of letting my my coffee supporters track me across the states. I'm toying with the idea of putting a tracking beacon on a page, on my coffee page, so the folks that are supporting this journey can click on a link and just go, oh, where's Don at? Oh, there's his band of merry men, and kind of track us as we're going. It's a little bit difficult, more difficult than I want to put up with, but if you guys are interested, I would like to know. And it just goes on the coffee page, and there's a link. It's always there. You just click on the link. It's like, where's Don? Huh. Oh, there he is.
Not like they're going to come meet us.
Well, we've already had how many people come meet us? Is anybody keeping count? So we had
Scott came out in Alabama.
Right.
Rusty
came out in Alabama.
Came out.
Yeah.
He didn't come
Came
to
out in
Alabama.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Yeah.
I think Goozy Dave
said,
and his two friends.
Right. So there's
came to meet us. We were in there.
So was that 5?
Yeah.
And I think there's more.
There was another guy that came over and was like, hey, man, I came out to see you. I like your videos.
Or, not John. Shit.
Well, didn't the two guys that showed up that had the custom-built trailers, they came because one of them said that he had saw your...
Yeah, but did they come because of me, or did they come because of the vagabond?
Well, he said he saw the information on your video.
If he came because of my video, he came because of me. That's why I'm taking credit for that. So if you didn't know about Vagabond before you saw my video, I'm taking credit for that. Whether or not you want to show up to go, oh, Don, you've changed my life. I was just a poor, wandering, lost soul before I started watching your video about the Vagabond rally. You changed my life, Don. Oh, can I kiss your ring? And of course, the answer is always yes. Bow, my son. Bow. Kiss the ring. No, I think Tom rode with us.
Oh, sorry.
Forgot about tomfoolery.
Oh.
So that's like 7, 8, 9, maybe.
Tom gave me these when he left. I was saving them for the live stream.
Oh, wow. And you forgot about Tom.
Sorry, bud.
Wow. Tomfoolery, man. It's great to hang out with you, dude. You left too early. You missed all the good stuff.
Oh, they're pretty good.
Tomfoolery. What is it?
It's blueberry mini muffins.
Oh, shit.
You're fired.
They have another one.
Yeah.
It fell apart in my hand. It was so moist and delicious. God, it's like a mouse.
Don't try it.
Oh, little Debbie.
Oh, wow.
All right, huh?
Blueberries.
Start looking for those. It's going to be stuff at a Dollar General.
Man, we have got to change our eating habits. I am so sick of eating junk as I eat this.
Do y'all have any idea how many bags of shit he's pulled out of that white bag? And I think he's trying to blame it all on me. It's like, I didn't go shopping and make you fill that bag.
I didn't blame it on you. I just woke up this morning and felt a little bummed out with myself.
I tried to offer him some sardines, which he said he wanted, and he didn't want.
Oh, I want some sardines. Go get a fork. Oh, I don't want any sardines.
There's nothing else.
You were just trying to be supportive.
Yeah. They were in oil, only even water.
So you would have
The
eaten them
oil-
if they were in water,
The oil helps.
or
with-
soybean oil? You're more a
I haven't
soybean
gotten the
guy.
soybean oil. No.
I think if I had like 6 more beers, I'd probably want a sardine. But
Ho ho and to go. I'll catch up from Florida someday.
from Florida, that's a long ride to the West Coast.
I don't have my Russian interpreter turned on, so I don't want. don't know what Danilo is saying.
Was he speaking Russian?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember my Russian.
До свидания.
How to show.
Did you get any responses from any of your questions?
Not in the corner. I think Jim said not in the corner.
Not in the corner. No waving in the corner?
No waving in the corner.
All right.
Josh says instead of the normal wave, do the flamboyant "Hey girl" wave. I got that. I can do that.
What's hey girl?
I don't know. I guess it's like
Fanatical.
I do like the one that Z did. Like the royal wave.
Dude, I do the royal wave all the
I kind of
time.
like that.
Don does that all the time.
All
He'll
the
wake up
time.
and do
I
that.
love the royal
Sitting
wave.
across camp, he's like,
Willie Billy 2000. Are you guys riding the Deadly Pass soon?
The who?
The
Deadly Pass.
Who said that?
Will Billy 2000. Raw oysters. Taste them twice. One's going down and one's coming back up. I agree with you, Joe.
Ooh, we got a text message from old Rusty.
Uh-oh. He's watching. He just didn't want to chime in.
What are we, like a couple miles north of Waco?
No, 20, 22.
22 north of Waco. You might even be watching.
I don't know what.
Are you
Keith's
watching the
talking
live
about.
stream?
That's a good question. You
Keith
watching? You're too afraid to participate. That
Oh,
says
he's
a
coming
lot.
back quick. Oh, he is.
He's watching the live stream,
Yeah.
huh?
Keith wants to know: have you stopped at Bagby's yet? Any California gold pieces?
Bagby store.
Where there?
I don't know back.
No, that's the different territory. Tell him.
I don't even.
That's up in Indian territory. That's a wild place.
I don't have a clue what he's talking about.
You know what he's talking about. Just give it a second.
He's been in Thailand too long.
Yeah.
Are you digging out more food?
No,
Beer.
this is the beer
Leave him
bag.
alone.
This is the beer
Leave
bag.
him alone. I may have to get him to get something out of there for me.
I'm gonna give Rusty a salute here.
Oh yeah, he gave you a special message.
He's texting me. Get the private chat. Gary doesn't like private chat. If you start a conversation in a live chat, he's gonna get pissed.
And if you're having a private conversation during the live stream, all your messages get read on the live stream. Just like my mother likes to call me on my live stream. She calls me on that phone, she's screwed. But normally she calls me and I've got another camera running. I'm like, hey, Mom, you're on the live stream. You want to talk to me while I'm live streaming? Because I'm live streaming? You want to tell me that I'm drinking too much or I'm scratching my face or all the things that my critical mother wants to tell me? You're on the live stream, Mom. Go ahead. Tell everybody what you hate about your son on the live.
Reminds me of David Letterman's mom when she would show up from time to time.
Stupid mom
Or
tricks
Mike
is what I
Rose
call
mom.
it.
Stupid mom tricks.
Give me the other answers to your questions.
That was about it.
That was it? So we're debating. Finally, we're talking about past west. What we're going to do out of here. But yeah, as long as I'm having fun, I don't really care. As long as we got a place that's nearby that has some trees, I don't care. As long as it's not 95 degrees during the day and 85 degrees at night, I don't care. And that's about it.
I think I could sleep in 95 degrees if it's 95 during the day and in the 50s at night. If I could sleep good at night, the upper temperature doesn't really bother me so much.
Talk to me about 3 more weeks of that.
Yeah.
Let me know your opinion about that. 3 more weeks.
He's on the carnivore. Are sardines okay on a carnivore diet?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Bologna is okay on the carnivore diet.
That's baloney.
It is.
Fat and meat, pretty much.
Supposed to be
That's
all beef bologna though,
Mm.
which it is.
Mm-hmm.
Rusty, if you're just now
sure what
joining us,
part of it
Rusty, make
will
sure
be.
you go back and watch the first of the stream where we mentioned your name and about you need to get back out here because so you're since your approval for the sophisticated gentlemen's club was such a hasty thing, we're putting you in on a trial basis. So if you don't get back out and hang out with us this year, your membership is under threat. I'm just saying, I'm not threatening. I'm just saying we got big hopes for you, Rusty. So you need to make some effort to come west.
Okay. Brewer Auction Service, Indiana, Kentucky. Good to see y'all out and about. Hopefully run into you this year. Thanks to you, I'm putting a bigger effort into moto camping. You're an inspiration.
Yes, very good.
Rusty says, "LOL." Here we go.
Yeah, I like to hear anybody that's saying I'm doing more. I'm changing my ways. I've had some kind of impact because of what you guys have done. I love to hear that. But even if it's just I'm thinking differently, I like to hear that. I thought that everything was this way, but now listening to you guys ramble on, I'm thinking something differently, and I may be changing my ways. I mean, the last year, probably the biggest comment I've gotten is, thanks to your videos, I'm going to buy some boots. I'm going to buy
Yeah,
some
the
real
boots are
boots. And it's like, yeah, that's really great to hear. But I would also like to hear more of, man, I've always dreamed about motorcycle camping or adventures or whatever, and watching your videos has given me some confidence for, the little poke that I needed to get started and do more. That's a great comment to hear.
And
Even if it's not true, I would just want to hear it. Just make it up. And
I have a plan to write down some things and have Don interview me or ask me some questions, because I've been camping and traveling pretty much my whole life, but I've never done this off of a motorcycle, and I've never done things such as take a shower in a truck stop. Man,
but
I could live in my car and take a shower in a truck stop every couple of days and be just fine. It was the shower that we went to was amazing, and Don said, "Yeah, it's not really that nice."
It was clean. They're all clean. I've never been to a truck stop that had a dirty, nasty, funky shower. Some of them have been older. Some of them have been really top shelf stuff. Like, it's a truck stop. Why is there marble everywhere? Why?
Yeah.
This is weird. I feel like I'm in a 4-star hotel taking a shower.
I took a long shower, washed my clothes. You got plenty of room to move around. It was real, I was expecting to be standing there and there's like lot lizards in the hall, and you walk in and the floor's all sticky.
He was really concerned about what he was going to run into.
Yeah, I had no idea what I was going to run into.
That's great.
The shower was great. Yeah.
It's nice because you can sit there and take as long a shower as you want.
Every now and then the pressure would fluctuate, and maybe somebody flushed the toilet. I kept thinking, if this goes off, I'm not aware of the time frame that I have.
Yeah.
And then it'd be like, shh. And then it'd come right back. I'm like, okay. I can get the soap out of my clothes.
Keep it going.
Okay. Jim says he traveled too much last year. It was great. But this year I will travel less, but camp more.
Oh, well, good.
Less riding, but more camping.
Good.
Keith wants to know, if his rig falls over on an incline, what can Peg Leg do? What's your plan?
Thinks ahead. Good to plan ahead when you only have one leg.
The plan is sitting here.
Yeah. Well, he bought that ratchet jack or whatever.
Yeah, I do have a rescue device.
How much did it cost to shower at a truck stop? It can cost you what?
$13
$13
about average.
That's
Yeah.
the cost. But
No, that's all you need to say.
okay.
And we do have is that a state park? I looked into it. It's $5 to go to the state park, which is 20 minutes away, and they have shower facilities. So you don't necessarily have to stop at a truck stop to take a shower. You can still hit up a state park
Yep.
or something.
That is correct.
Or ask one of the truckers coming out.
Yeah. That's a good
Scotty,
tip.
That's a Scotty tip.
Well, Scotty, yeah, if you park your bike near the entrance where the truckers are coming in, you can sit there and ask, do you have an extra shower ticket or however that works? Because it's a miles accumulation. They get showers per miles.
Or gallons of fuel.
Gallons of fuel, like a free car wash. You get a free
Right.
shower.
Right. There's other ways to score.
Yeah, there's more
showers.
ways. And it doesn't hurt if you're at home. Like I've got this smart water bottle and I needed to wash my hands the other night. And so I just, I basically do this just enough where it'll drip out, and soap one hand and rinse it. And it's taken to do both hands. It's taken this much water. So like 2 fingers in this 33-ounce bottle. If you're at home and you're trying that kind of stuff, staying clean on the road is definitely a plus. But you don't have to stay as clean as at home.
It's really hard to do that
Yeah.
unless you're camped next to a waterfall that's nice and warm.
RC80B. Why the war bonnet and not the Haven on this trip?
Nobody's in a war bonnet. Who asked that?
RC80B.
I am rocking the Hennessy. My boy is rocking the Amic, and then Gary is in
Cabin.
yeah, he's in a cabin now, but he's got a new hammock too.
Nightcap.
But yeah,
A nightcap lay flat.
I covered all the hammocks at the Vagabond
That's not
rally.
out yet, though, right?
So
That's not out yet.
no, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, the nightcat that Gary's got is really nice.
The hammock
It looks great.
that homie's got is really nice.
Yeah, it sleeps incredibly. Like I didn't think I would even like that thing. It's goofy looking.
It looks like a manta ray
Yeah.
is flying in between 2 trees. It's really weird, but I've seen them before, and you love it.
It's incredible. I sleep incredibly well in there.
Yeah,
You know what I think it looks like? It looks like a survival space pod.
Yeah.
When you just look at it. Like they get in the escape pod
Mhm.
and it's just enough for one. They're kind of laying
Yep.
down and off it goes.
Yeah.
but yeah, if you're asking why I've abandoned the Haven, and pretty much everybody I know has abandoned, it's air mattress, air pad issues, and other construction issues. I've heard that Derek's got the stuff straightened out, but I got to depend on my equipment to be able to sleep. So I've abandoned something more that I feel is a little bit more consistent and comfortable, and which is why I'm in the Haven Jungle XL. And I'll do a reveal and show. Well, not just that, but everybody here. We got 3 more. I think we do 3 more hammocks. I think
Yeah.
at the festival or the rally.
At least 3.
And my goal is I want to convert the world to hammocks, just because I think living on the ground is for savages, and there's so much more to life than crawling around on the ground like an animal. And the better you sleep, the more comfortable you are, the longer you can stay out on the road. And the goal of everybody that goes motorcycle camping should be to go out and smile the whole time you're out there, and smile when you get back, instead of going, ugh, everything was great except sleeping was horrible. I slept this, I slept that. I had to crawl down on the ground every night to get in my tent. Had to crawl out every morning to take a piss. I had to, it ruins people's trips if you're not comfortable. So that's typically the last decade I've been trying to convert everybody to something different, something more comfortable, to stay out on the road longer, and to have the joy that I have when I go out on my adventures.
My long-term aspiration is to get away from this AMOC thing and move into something more like this, because in this little space we have for activities, you use that thing like crazy. You sit in it all the time. You use it as a chair. It's easy to drop into and take a nap.
Yep.
You can keep stuff in there, where mine, pretty much once you're in there, you don't want to get back out again.
Right.
It's got a lot of room where I can keep stuff stored, but as far as just jumping in and taking a nap, it's not convenient at all.
So, and if y'all want more information about ASIM hammocks, this is an ASIM hammock. I've been using an ASIM hammock for 15, 16 years. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the way to go because it's a sleep system. It's a chair. It's a recliner. It's so much more, and it's easy. It's most of the time. I mean, this is a new experience for me because it's got a new suspension system. But most of the time for me, I keep saying this. I can come in the middle of the night and just find 2 trees and wrap my strap around the thing, click a banner, pull it tight, do it around the other side. So in less than 5 minutes, it takes me almost as much typically to pull my hammock out of the bag as it is to clip, and be sleeping in. I could be at least sitting in my hammock in 5 minutes, pulling my boots off. And that's just so great at the end of the day to be able to just go, get all these freaking boots. Let me get out of this gear, just sit there. But a lot of times I'm just like, I'm so tired and just,
He makes more sound effects than that.
Yeah, we're going to have to make a sound effects video. I'm not sure how you're going to have to covertly record that.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to I'm going to go, ooh, if I know you're recording it.
Hey, the one and only Nicole asks if you have any advice for a motorcyclist who lost their left leg and can't shift. What's out there
I would say there's auto shifting devices. There's motorcycles designed with a automatic transmission. So no clutch, no shifting, just turn the Is that you, Nicole? I only know one Nicole, so I can't be talking to the one Nicole that I know. But last time I saw you, you had both legs. But is that you? Or are you talking about? Are you asking for a friend? Because I would love to help anybody that's transitioning into get back on the bike.
Jim says he's trying to convert more people into trailer trailers. But we did see a lot more trailers.
We saw a lot. There was a bunch of travel trailers at the Vagabond. Yeah. Jim, how many people showed up at the Vagabond rally you hit up? I'm real curious because I don't know really about the Vagabonds on the West Coast. And was yours in Oregon or was it in Idaho, Montana? Because everybody keeps saying Lolo Pass, but that's not in Oregon. I thought the rally was in Oregon. So answer all those questions, Jim.
Can you lay or sleep on your side in the ASIM? Barry was talking about sleeping on his stomach in one of those.
I don't think it's comfortable. I think you can, but I don't think it's really comfortable. That's very comfortable, side to side, and it's like I'm not a back sleeper, but I can sleep on my back in that. It's so comfortable.
I think Al said he sleeps on his side a lot in his ASIM.
That's what an ASIM is for. It's for side sleepers. It's made specifically for people that don't like to sleep on their back. And that's what kept me out of hammocks for years is I'm a side sleeper. How the hell can I sleep in a hammock that bends like that? Well, the answer is it's got a foot that slides out and it's got a pocket. It's got a pocket at the head and the foot. And you twist your body, you put your feet in, and you're essentially laying flat. It's still a little bit of elevation because I'm 6'5", so.
Holy crap. Jim says there was close to 60 people in Oregon.
Wow. So there's more than we had at our rally?
Well,
I think we had 62.
Total?
Yeah. I think she said Friday night was the longest or the largest that were in camp at the same time. Yeah. Okay. That stayed there.
Yeah.
The one and only Nicole was asking for somebody else.
Yeah.
Ty, we're in the state of Texas right now.
Who?
Ty Campbell wanted to know state you're staying right now.
State of Texas.
Texas.
Okay. Republic of Texas, not the state.
Yeah. It's just north of Mexico and just south of the United States.
Yeah. It's oriented right there in the armpit of the Gulf of Texas.
Yeah, that sounds right.
It's right there. What do you call it? The crotch. It's right there in the crotch of the Gulf of Texas.
Yeah. I was trying to think. I think Z had said at one time that the total people that showed up, I think there was like 67.
Okay.
Because you remember the husband and wife that came in and just stayed for a few hours
Yeah.
and left. If she counts all of those, I think she said there were 67 total.
Man, if you show up to a rally, and go, hey, I'm here for the rally. I'm just here to check in, and then I'm out. It's just like the French guy that came to Hill and, hey, I'm here to speak French to you, but you don't know. You smell of your father smells of elderberries. I fought in your general direction as I ride my motorcycle around the world. What are the questions? What do y'all got? Comments?
Well, Dad and out in Nashville says, I bet it feels good to be back on the road, right, Don?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. But sometimes I stagnate when I sit anywhere, any length of time. I feel stagnant. I'm like, I gotta go. I gotta get some wind in my hair, which I'm sure we'll take care of that tomorrow. Just get out and go around Lake Whitney, let the embers die down here while they're burning the ranch to the ground.
Well, that's another interesting thing. I don't think people would guess if they are motorcycle people. I think it's true to say that Don camps to ride, and I'm riding to camp.
Yeah, that's very interesting. He pulled that out on me the other day, and he's like, I'm not really that big of a motorcycle guy. It's just a tool that you're using
to get to new places.
Yeah. Very interesting. I never would have expected that from anybody that likes to do what I do. I would expect everybody to be a motorcycle guy that camps to be able to ride around the country.
And that didn't really go over very well at the Vagabond rally.
Oh, I bet. Everybody was like discussing with you.
Yeah.
You're a commie bastard. You're infiltrating us to gather information about.
And I said, if I see you on the road, I'm going to wave like this.
There's three of us. It's me and you and Tim. We're the only ones that do it.
I don't know. Maybe the bike will grow on me. I mean, it's nice being able to get into places I can't get into in my car or truck.
Right. Well, if anybody forgets, he's a brand new motorcycle rider. So he didn't buy his motorcycle to be the big, proud, tough guy with the tattoos and the big, shiny, noisy bike. That's not why you got a motorcycle. Why did you get a motorcycle? Why did you start watching me?
I was looking up Trans-America Trail videos.
Okay. But why?
Because I wanted to camp. I've got friends that have bikes.
Okay.
And I wanted to ride across the country and do the Trans-America Trail.
Right.
Once I found out about it, that was probably 2014. And then it came to the point where I had the funds and I was ready to do it. And I started investigating, and I came across you on the trail with Richard.
Right.
And
that didn't talk you out of the Trans-America Trail.
Oh, no. I was like, mad drama on the trail.
Oh, but man, since you live in Georgia, you could just jump right up to North Carolina and take it from Camp Hatteras and go all the way across.
And Georgia has a traverse trail, and Cameron and I have played around in the National Forest up there. There's all kind of stuff up there, and now there's the BDRX that's got a loop of, I think, 300 miles in North Georgia, and we've run around up there.
I think they finished all the Southeast BDR too.
Yeah.
Well, I think what I'm guessing you're saying, I'm going to interpret is you just really haven't figured out you're a motorcycle guy yet, because it's not really, you're not in it for the identity. And a lot of people do. A lot of people buy a motorcycle because they see this cool guy dressed in leathers, or they see this guy in this bright yellow adventure outfit, and they go, wow, that guy looks cool. I want to be that guy. Let me investigate. And you're not that guy.
No.
But I think by the time we get back, you're probably going to have some real deep passion for motorcycles, like everybody that rides for the sake of riding motorcycles. Maybe not for the same reasons, but so many people I know got into it because of an image. I want to be that guy. I want to look like that guy because that guy looks cool. And I mean, the people that I know that ride for the pure joy of riding a motorcycle never thought about that, or at least they've never reported that to me. So,
well, as I do things with the bike, such as the other day, I pulled a bunch of firewood out of the woods with the bike,
and I missed it. Y'all are never gonna see that. I just heard reports. I was like, he did what?
I mean,
He turned his 300 motorcycle into a skidder. So he's a logger now. He strapped a bunch of freaking. That is just so awesome.
well, that is a thing that bonds me to the bike. I want to know what it can do, and that's why I'm glad I have a light bike. I mean, sure, when I'm on the highway, I would still like to have a GS or the Tenere or the Tiger, but you know, I've strapped a couple of straps to it and pulled a bunch of wood out, and I'm like, oh, well, this thing can do something. You know, if I can use it like a truck and I can go places that I can't get to in any other vehicle, I'm starting to build a little bit to it.
Well, if you get to the point where you're like, I just love the wind in my face. I love the feeling of hitting those corners, or a lot of dual sport guys, they don't want anything to do with pavement. I want to explore the trails, and that's pretty much the way I've always been. Roads get boring. Trails never get boring because they're always changing. There's always trees down, limbs down. The trail's washed out. It's always something different. Even the trail you've been riding your whole damn life is changing the whole time you're riding.
Well, we're staying here at Gary's ranch. We have electricity, and the way to get in and out of this place is about a quarter mile from camp to get out, and it is not the same as it was 2 days
No,
ago.
it's completely different. It's full of peril.
Yeah.
Wrought with peril and adventure.
Blue bonnets and clumping mud.
Yeah. What else you got on there?
Willie Billy's asking you about how the Triumph's been performing.
Oh, the Triumph is excellent. I had to take it in before the rally. I had some warranty issues. Some of the sensors went out, but it was all under warranty. So I have to take it back on Tuesday to finish up the rest of the warranty work. But it's great. I bought it in 22. So this will be my 4th summer out this year.
Gary does real adventures on his motorcycle. That's why I love hanging out with Gary. Gary does real adventures on his motorcycle. He looks like a adventure motorcycle guy. He acts like an adventure motorcycle guy. And I'm trying to think of one excuse you've made. I can't. I really got to struggle. Can you think of anything? You pulled an excuse out of your ass why you can't do something. I can't think of anything.
I don't know.
You had soggy britches one morning and you couldn't get up. No, you got a bike cover, so that's never happened.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the lame excuses I've heard from so many of my buddies. I can't do that because of this. Gary makes it happen, man. That's why first time I met him, I started calling him Hardcore Gary because Gary makes it happen. It's like, yeah, I'm going. There's a storm. I'm riding through it. I got to get there. Those are the guys I like hanging out with.
Yeah, Gary's cool. He doesn't talk much. Like in general, he doesn't make a big fuss about stuff, but he's hilarious. He'll do some crazy, funny, self-deprecating things, getting under the bulls.
You'll see all that coming up.
Can talk about a million different things. He's done a million different things in his life.
The only man I've ever met that's been on a real cattle drive.
He was just tightening barbed wire 2 days ago.
Dude, I got drone shots of him fixing. He's mending the fence, driving a tractor. Yeah, real man.
Yeah.
The world is coming up short on real men. I'm glad to be hanging out with some. Cheers, fella.
Yeah.
Cheers to real men.
Lone Star.
The national beer of Texas.
Who else?
No, Keith, there has been no bar soap on the trip so far.
Brian wants to know what he missed.
I have a sponsor. Who's
And we haven't taken advantage of that sponsorship.
Yeah, he's willing to sponsor a portion of the ride for a commercial about bar soap. I got to think about something good to do that.
Do you want to tell Brian that we're going to come up his dirt driveway?
Dude, we're going to drift your fucking dirt driveway. You don't even worry about it.
Who's this ride? Is it Ride on 69? What's the topic?
The topic, hanging out.
Well, the original topic was, what are your plans for riding? That was the original topic an hour ago.
Oh, that was your topic.
Yeah.
What are your plans for
Yeah.
riding? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that we've probably got a completely different audience in here, why don't y'all tell us? Gary's question is, what are your riding plans this summer? And is it a weeknight, weekend ride? Is it a 2 weeks? Is anybody got any kind of adventure plans? And an adventure is very subjective. So if you've never been motorcycle camping, one night away from the house in a tent or a hammock or freaking
Or in the back.
pulling a tent, a tarp over your motorcycle on the side of the road one night. If you've never done it, that's an adventure, I would say.
I always just find the nearest park.
Yeah.
You know.
Go down to the beautiful state park. Go find a lake somewhere where you can pull your motorcycle over. You'd be surprised how much you can get away with, because people go, oh, it's just a motorcycle and it's a guy. You know, they may go, oh, let me go down there and see what this guy's drinking and smoking. But a lot of times it's just like, oh, it's a guy on a bike. Leave him alone.
If you haven't been motorcycle camping and you have a concern about anything regarding motorcycle camping and you're willing to put it in the chat, please put it in the chat.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in.
Thank you.
Because I'm completely new to this motorcycle camping thing. I mean, I've crapped in the woods and I've showered in weird places, but as far as living on the bike and doing those things or anything.
Well, you're a crafty camper. You know what you're doing as far as camping.
That's cool.
What is that?
What's his?
How I hung the.
When he was testing it at home before.
Oh yeah. I really admired your construction efforts in the backyard. It's what I tell everybody. So he got a brand new hammock, never camped in this hammock before, never camped in any hammock before. And for some reason, you decided on a hammock. You read some reviews.
Yeah. Everyone said it slept incredibly well.
And you wanted to sleep incredibly well.
Yeah. I figured if I can sleep incredibly well, I can put up with anything during the day.
Right.
What y'all ought to do is one time swap hammocks.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I want you to sleep in that one.
Yeah.
I would like to sleep in it, and
That
I'm
way-
sure I would do okay there.
You both have a comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Well, I've slept in some very comfortable hammocks, and so I've got a pretty good opinion of those. I would like to try yours out, Gary. Just
Gary's
because
looks cool.
you're pimping yours. Like, okay. All I know is I can't sleep like that. I can't sleep with my feet up and my head up. I can't do that unless I'm really, really, really drunk. So that's where the ASIM comes in. That's where the lay flats come in. That's where anything that's approaching some kind of it's like a bed. And that's why a lot of people shy away from hammocks, because they go, I can't sleep like that. I sleep on my side. I can't, there's no way. Or they got into somebody's hammock in their backyard that's just a swing hammock, and they go, oh yeah, this is really cool. And they maybe pass out and they wake up and they got a crick or somewhere or something, that ruined it for them. But
I got the lay flat, the nightcap, for that one reason, because 95% of my sleeping is on my side.
yeah, me too.
And it's like that thing is just like,
I get in bed at the house, I roll to my left side. That's every night. I stick my hand under the pillow, and that's where I sleep for about 2 or 3 hours. Then I roll to my right, same thing. I roll to my left, roll to my right, and then I do the hokey pokey. And then I do some disco. What else we got?
oh, let's see. Oh, old guy on a bike. I may pick up a hammock for guests this summer.
Don't.
The guest I am not living into the
The tent. He
The
can't
tent
stay in
trailer.
the tent trailer.
Do what? What
No,
is it?
no guest in a tent trailer,
yeah.
but he'll get a hammock for him.
How many trailers did we have at the rally? There was
Ooh.
Irene's, there was Donna's,
Irene and 3 or 4 others.
the old Uncle Jim was down
Right,
there.
Uncle Jeff. I forgot about Uncle
Two
Jeff.
adventure guys.
That's 5,
That's right. They
6.
were pulling
The
trailers.
girl
But,
that cooked.
but were they
Yeah.
were they pop ups, or were they just gear.
Yeah, it was like 2x2 or 2.5
They were
by
the
2.5,
tiny.
and it opened all up.
Okay, so there was at least 4.
I think there was about 6 total,
Yeah, probably.
which is probably the largest
That's the largest trailer.
trailer gathering that I've seen.
Yeah, that's interesting. Well, I say whatever you got to do to get yourself out there, do it.
So who's this down and out of Nashville? He says, I load up my bike for the camping, but I usually get a motel room.
Yeah, that's Solon. Yeah,
Well,
Solon's no, he's not a camper. He wishes he was a camper, but he's not a camper. He doesn't like it. It doesn't want to put the effort into learning how to camp. And I say well, that's a lot of people. You have this dream about doing something, and it's like, no, that
Well,
sucks. I want to be comfortable. I want to shower. I want to shit in a toilet.
a lot of people
Yeah.
camping is going to a strange hotel room.
Yeah,
That's camping.
yeah, or campground maybe.
I was prepared to camp going in the truck stop shower.
Can we just stay here?
Yeah.
in the
Oh, once I
parking-
got in, I was like, oh. Is there a tree out there? 2 trees outside?
Well, imagine, because that would be perfectly okay if you were pulling an RV or something like that, or if you had a van that you could sleep in. Go out, crash in your van, get up the next morning, it's like, I'm gonna take a shit. I'm gonna go get a shower every day if you want to. All that's much cheaper than the hotel.
Yeah,
I
Cameron.
mean, imagine showering every day, eating at the truck stop every day. I mean, you're still food, showers, everything you need at a truck stop. That's where you're living. Is still way less than half price of probably a hotel.
Oh yeah,
So
the food on this is definitely something that I need to get nailed down. And
we all need to get nailed down. We
Yeah.
all need to get healthy and start eating better.
I will
And I'm
when we get
glad-
on the road.
Uh,
I will when we get on the road.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. When we stop live streaming, when we stop videotaping, when we stop editing, and all that stuff, when we do all that, I'm gonna get healthy. When we stop riding motorcycles,
yeah.
it's so much easier just to
Whatever,
eat crappy
Josh.
food. It's very
Keith
easy.
says,
What
could
did
my
Josh say?
RAV4 make it to that spot pulling my pop up? Yes, you could.
He says it's a hammock all 3 of us can fit in.
Sure.
Yeah.
And smell each other's feet.
Dude, I did have a hard time sleeping the other night. It was 64, 65, and I unzipped that thing. And so the Yamaha kind of keeps its own little
Microclimate.
microclimate.
Mm-hmm.
And I unzipped that thing. It was like, woof.
Yeah.
And it was warm enough and I smelled enough that I really didn't sleep.
Poor Brian sleeps in a truck stop 4 nights a week
Yeah.
with a microwave,
Yeah.
air
I
conditioner.
know. He's taking me on a
God.
tour of his leather,
He's got it
living
so
room.
rough
He
sleeping
does,
in a
it's
semi.
really- and it doesn't have a
Alright.
shower, so he has to traipse into the marble shower and drink
Alright.
beer in
I
there.
feel so
Drink
sorry
beer
for
in the
him.
shower while he's
Dude, that's a plan.
Oh,
dude. He's a master of fucking showers and truck stops. Anything we need to know, we
We
can
got to
ask
get
for
to Cali, man.
or just asking.
Yeah.
How did we do this, Brian? Oh man, you bunch of losers. Yeah, he's the master. If only he had. I've never seen him eating anything good. Nothing.
Brian?
Nothing good. If the pizza looks amazing, but it's not good. Where's the good food, Brian? Show us the pictures of your lavish lifestyle on the road.
I saw
eating
him. I saw him eat sushi.
Okay. Well, that's better than I would say. I would rather him see him eating like steak and some vegetables, some kind of wonderful little meal. Even if it's got a beer by it, I'm okay with that.
You see this? XD. He said, well, I was drunk and that's my excuse, but I did build tent and went to sleep on a freshly manured field in
You know?
Austria.
Nice.
Didn't notice. Didn't notice until I woke up in the morning.
Yeah, that's hardcore.
Hey, I
He
got
thought
one
that
for you.
cow patty was a nice plump pillow.
I got one for you. I may be able to beat that one with you. So I'm out at Twin Falls in Idaho because Evel Knievel is a legend, and I wanted to see his jump. So it's in Twin Falls. So I went and did the tour there, and sun's going down, And so I was like, oh, if I could just find a place to camp, I could go across the river. So there's BLM across the river where Evil was supposed to land in his rocket ship, but he never did. Anyway, I did the tour of the rocket ramp, and then I was like, I gotta go. The sun's going down. Let me go find some land to camp on in the BLM right across the river. And I went across the river. I was like, oh, there's plenty of places. I just throw a freaking. I'll just throw a air pad out here. I can sleep right here. And I was like, okay, that's where I'm camping. I'm coming back right across the river. Go right back across the bridge, right across the river. Go get me a steak. Have me a few beers. Come back here. So that's what I did. And came back that night. Rolled in, blew my little air pad up, threw my little thing in, got my little thing. I was like, oh, this is great. Under the stars, right where Evil Knievel was supposed to. Woke up in the morning and started to smell shit. It's like cow pasture. It's like, this is not cow pasture. This is a bunch of dirt and cactus. And then I started packing everything up. I was like, oh, man, my sleeping bag smells like shit. My clothes smell like shit. So I had to, it was like 95 degrees in Twin Falls too. I was like, man, I would just want to get out of here, but I can't sleep in this shit smelling clothes and my sleeping bag and my air pad. So I went to the laundromat. Anyway, as I'm leaving, I was like, I saw cow patties everywhere. So I'm basically sleeping in the cow pasture. Not freshly manured, but manured enough to just invade everything that I was wearing and everything I slept in. Anyway, so that's my story. But yeah, it's close to yours. Freshly manured? No. But recently manured. What are you looking at?
The gate. I'm like, is that? I see a car ahead of
It's
that
been
thing.
it's been sitting there for
Has it?
30 minutes. Probably got a flat tire. Yeah, probably got a flat tire. I could drone him up. You don't see that, Mike?
Oh, I see it. I was just saying it might be Mike's delivery.
He's been sitting there for 30 minutes.
But there's a car ahead with a tail light blinking.
Oh,
This is a security detail for the ranch. So don't anybody think they can come out here and fuck around.
Don't come out here.
Do not come out here. Do not unlock the fence and come out to the ranch without being invited. Odds are you'll get some
an extra hole.
Yeah. I mean, they do target practice out here, if that gives you any kind of an idea. And Gary carries a sidearm because it's open carry in Texas. And both the boys that live out here have ARs, just to let you know, fully defended. And there's an attack cat living on the property too.
Yeah, don't bring a pet rat out here.
It's a mistake. It's a mistake coming to the Wayward Biker Ranch uninvited.
Brian had a steak last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well. Any other questions? How long have we been going? Did it say how long we've been going?
No, we're like
It's 7:45, so hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah. Y'all got anything else you want to talk about?
Any other questions? Any other questions? Anyone?
Yeah.
Anyone?
Bueller? What do you want to talk about? What do y'all want to know about?
Is that water in the background? No.
No.
There's a creek back here, but it's dry.
It's dry.
It only runs about 2 months out of the year.
What?
Josh says, love that Gary carries a gun and sits in a pink chair.
Yeah.
Gary don't give a fuck. If you think Gary gives a fuck, you're wrong.
Wrong. Yeah.
Wrong.
Dude, we got to go see Brian. His dog chased a bear out of the yard yesterday.
Sweet. Brian has a goat.
Hank.
Yeah.
He has a goat. That's his pet goat.
That's
he has
cool.
chickens and a goat. Chickens live in the house, yeah.
They sleep in the house at night.
Yep. Yeah. There's more than a few reasons to go see Brian. Mostly it's Columbia and the pizza and the maybe some fishing. Maybe he can put us on some fish.
Yeah.
Maybe some dirt roads.
XDXD, it is a sunset sky. It'll be down in, well, the sun is below the horizon right now.
They can't see it.
7:46.
You want to start cooking something? You want to start cooking something? We'll just zoom into your cooking show.
Cooking some
bird.
beans. Somebody wanted to see your hammock.
I don't know if there's much light over there. I'll show you my hammock soon.
The light is great on this one. I mean, usually you start, and next thing you know, it's dark and can't see you. You just hear you.
Mm-hmm. Well, usually I'm in the backyard and I start way too
Right.
close to sundown.
Texas is so big. There's more light.
There's more light. We started way earlier than I normally do.
Sound of birds.
Sound of birds. How many people are in the chat?
I don't know how to tell that.
Should be a number.
20, 25.
Oh, wow.
That's good.
It's up, should be up at the.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need 5 responses that y'all want to see Bert cook a meal on his little waller. I need 5 people to say yes. Otherwise, we're probably going to end the stream. Unless you just want to be bored out of your mind watching.
Does me getting a donut count?
If you're getting a donut,
That's-
you're bringing us one.
That's work. Yeah.
I can. He can start the fire. And we can have
Yeah.
warm donuts.
Yeah. We could sit here.
We get the frying pan. Try the fry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the glaze, though. The chocolate will melt too bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Just the glazes.
Bertabachi,
Bertabachi.
Josh says.
Bertabachi.
Bertibachi.
Okay. There's one cook, please.
There's one cook, please. Cook, please.
Jim says cook, please.
Jim's a cook, though. He
He's a
enjoys
freaking
that.
gourmet
Where's,
cook.
Yeah,
where
no.
are you? I need to learn. I came out to
Well,
learn how to cook, and the
I-
camping cook is postponed.
I don't know how many times I've said I enjoy watching Jim cook because he's got like 3 burners and he's making breakfast and he's always cooking. And it's like, yeah,
He
yeah,
makes pancakes for
yeah,
breakfast.
man, dude.
Why go to IHOP? Just go to Jim's place.
I really think half of your videos should be Jim cooks breakfast. Jim goes and rides his motorcycle. Jim comes back, cooks lunch. Jim goes, rides his motorcycle. Jim comes back, cooks dinner. I think that would be great. Jim cooks and rides. Not
Yeah.
old man on a bike. Jim
Yeah.
cooks and rides.
Or rides and cooks.
Jim camps, cooks and rides. Old man on a motorcycle riding and cooking.
He made breakfast the other morning. It was cream of wheat. I think it was raisins with cinnamon and then milk. And I was like, or it might have been cranberries. I can't remember.
Yeah, I
Might have
made
been-
some
might have been
serious
crazy.
oatmeal.
I mean, it was like, man, that looked good.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, anybody that cooks anything, you should put Idaho on your radar. Idaho, Montana. That's about it. That's all I know. They have huckleberries.
Mm.
Huckleberries. So that was a theme for me about, I don't know, golly, 8 years ago. I was going to find huckleberries, and I found a few patches that had been picked over, but apparently in the West, specifically Idaho and Montana, they're all over the place. But the reason you can't find them is when they come in, people go fucking nuts, and they go through the woods. They take their whole family and they clear out all the bushes. And I figured out why, because I was in this, I'm trying to remember the big Lake Ponderay in Idaho. It's one of the backwoods, way in the middle of nowhere. I'm riding through. I stop in this little convenience store to get gas. Walk inside to get me a snack. And there's a big sign on the door coming in. $65 a gallon for huckleberries.
Yeah.
So in other words, you want to make some money? Take your freaking kids and go out and collect huckleberries and then go sell them to the little convenience store out there because the people are nuts. $65 a gallon. Think about that. It's wild growing. So I doubled down. I was like, I'm going to go find huckleberries. Got on my motorcycle and went deep, dark woods as far out as I could go. And I finally found a patch of huckleberries. And I had the mission. So I've got like Ziploc bags. I had like 3 big gallon Ziploc bags. So I filled a couple of these Ziploc bags going, There's not any bears in here, are there? Because I'm, up where I'm at, there's brown bears, black bears, everything's up there. But anyway, sun's going down. I've got my 2 gallons of freaking black huckleberries, and I get back, and I put those damn blackberries in everything. I put them in salads. I mean, I made huckleberries pancakes, and I didn't film it, but I got some really nice pictures of my just butter smothered huckleberry pancake. And I'm like, they're not going to keep. So I was like, I need to eat these things. So I was like, every freaking meal, there were huckleberries and something. Anyways, fantastic. And I would highly recommend that be anybody that's going through Idaho or Montana is find huckleberries. You got to go searching hard for them, but it pays off in the end.
Well, speaking of searching hard and paying off in the end, if you're new or you're not new and you don't read the comments, I have found a lot of links to what he's talking about is in the schoolie videos. And there's about 115 schoolie videos that sometimes he will link in the comments. So if you read Don's comments, a lot of times you can find links to things that are unlisted on his page, hidden on his website. And there's all kind of great stuff to view. If you read through the comments and click on those links, it opens up into one little Easter egg will open up into a lot of information of past videos
that's a good tip.
I enjoy.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
But you got to search for them.
It's almost all of it's motorcycle related, but in kind of a roundabout way. Even the Hawaii stuff, which nobody watches.
I haven't come across any of the Hawaii stuff.
Well, I started another channel because people started unsubscribing. When I moved to Hawaii, I started posting videos, riding my motorcycle around Hawaii. People were like, oh, when are you coming back? I can't imagine me ever going to Hawaii, so I'm going to unsubscribe. And they did. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just leave the stuff from Moto Giant over here, and I'll just start another. So if y'all want to go see, motorcycle stuff in Hawaii, which there's a lot of really cool stuff over there, Odd Hawaii on YouTube. That's my other channel, one of many other channels. As in my attempt to not piss people off, doing stuff that they're not accustomed to. It's like Don eats tomatoes tonight on Moto Giant while he's riding motorcycle. I hate tomatoes. Unsubscribe. I'll teach that son of a bitch. What else we got?
I don't know if Cameron's still watching. You got to get Courtney in a top shower.
Oh,
it will change your life.
Big tip.
Yeah, it's. Yeah.
Courtney and Cameron in the truck stop.
I don't understand that. I don't understand those three.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's somewhere.
Hey, we had a fire on Monday.
Yeah, here. We'll give you a parting fire.
Parting fire?
Yeah.
Did I pull my liquor bottle out of here?
Yes.
There's a parting fire. Yeah, you pulled it out and put it on the left.
What did I do?
Save this for the food.
Ooh, I got
pulled it out and showed it to the camera.
All right, if they don't have something else to say, we'll end the stream.
No, and I got to go water the grass also.
Well, let's end the stream. We're almost out of light anyway.
Yep. It's time for chili with beans, no matter what Gary says.
How dare you? If you find a snake in your hammock tonight, it didn't come from me. Because you put beans in your chili.
Oh.
It's because we had a brush fire in the morning.
Gary's going to try to burn us out in the morning.
That's what you get for putting beans in your chili.
Yeah, that is a great picture, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right, everybody. Toodles. Thanks for hanging out.
See ya.